Hey, how are you? How you doing today? Is today Wednesday? Happy Wednesday. Hope you're doing great. Let's see what the cards have to tell us today. My name is Gabby. I do have a Spanish channel. It's in the description box. It's called Spiritual Tarot by Gabby. If you want to watch it in Spanish. This is my only channel in English. But it's all my information is in my link tree. Let's see what's going on. All right, we have the Nine of Cups. All right, somebody's talking shit. Somebody's talking shit about your dreams. That you're content, that you're happy. Nine of Cups is you being pleased with what you have, with what you've done. You know, you're happy. Sometimes they say a Nine of Cups is a little selfish, but I don't believe it's selfishness. I think you're just happy with what you've done. You're not arrogant. You have self-esteem. You have self-love, you know, and usually when you love yourself so much and you literally know your worth, people think you're arrogant, call you an arrogant. They call you a narcissist. They call you a know-it-all. They say so much about a person with self-esteem, but there's a difference between self-esteem and ego. There's a difference. The ego has to be applauded, you know, has to be praised by others. When you have self-love and self-esteem, you know your worth just all by yourself. You don't need nobody to tell you. So, and with the Nine of Cups, I think it's all you. I think when it's real self-esteem, no negative comment can literally hurt you. They can't hurt your feelings with negative comments, you know? You created that self-esteem, that self-love. That has nothing to do with other people. It's inner happiness, you know? So there's a little bit of hate going on here. I think somebody really wishes that you were very lustful. So they can literally sell that, like say that you sell yourself out or you do what you do because of, you know, your lustfulness, you know, you're where you're at because of you're sleeping around. You know, like they say, sometimes people say they sleep their way to the top. You know, that's what they wish they could say about you. But they can't say that. They can't. All they can say is that you are arrogant and that you have ego. That you think you're all that. That's pretty much all they can say. Because you're not lustful. They've literally sent you people and you've probably said no. I don't want that. You know, I'm not going for that. Maybe you're even, you know, you practice abstinence, you know. You're probably not in the era of maybe just keep away. Maybe you just don't like people anymore. You know? And they can't blame you for something you're not doing. And like I said, you can't feel guilty because that's not something you're participating in. You know, even if they're promoting this gossip, is like says who? With who? Like who said this? You know, who's the person? Give me a name. You know, give me two names. It's all gossip. You know, that's why they're talking shit. And it's because you're doing so good and you're so unbothered by this that it bothers them. You know, being unbothered bothers others. You know, they usually teach us since we're kids, at least they taught me, you know, if you don't bother people, people won't bother you. I've never bothered anybody, but it seems like the less you bother people, the more they want to bother you. You know, the less you mess around with people, the more they want to mess around with you. And I'm 40. Believe me, since I was a freaking child, it's been like that. I don't, you know, I am a firm believer of fuck around and find out, you know. But I don't deal with bullshit either. So I don't know who these people are, but they need to get bitch stepped for real. So these people or this person, whomever it is, talking shit, try to say that you're non-committal, that you have a lot of options, that you sleep around, that that's how you got this, that that's how you got that. But they've been watching you, creeping on you. They've been pretty much stalking and harassing you, and they don't see anything. They don't find any of whatever they're saying you are. They can't see it. There's a king of wands that's very, very, very focused on you. Right? This person's fascinated by you, watching you. His eyes are only for you, or her eyes are only for you, because he's having a little bit of fun, or she's having a little bit of fun listening to those, the gossip, listening to like whatever it is that they say, and there's nothing that shows it. It's like this person is fascinated by you. Like this person wants to come towards you and probably give you some love, hit on you or whatnot. And there's the person that's obsessed with talking shit about you is a king of swords. So I'm guessing this is either two people that know each other from a friend group or work, from some sort of environment. They know each other. But while this Queen of Swords is fascinated and obsessed with you and addicted to you, watching you and harassing you and stalking you and talking shit about you, we have this other person like falling in love with you, very focused on you too, but laughing at these people because you're nothing of what they say you are. So I guess sometimes talking shit will bring you good things too. When people talk shit about you, I am a firm believer that, you just let them talk. Let them say your name. You never say nobody's name. You let them talk about you. You never speak on anybody and of anybody. I will never mention anybody's name. I never have and I never will. And it's benefited me very, very well. Believe me. People talk about me and then people come to me. I don't know anybody. I don't know who that person is. I don't care who that person is. I don't care what they're saying. And it's just been great. So I recommend the same. Sometimes it's just hate. They're just haters. It's all played out anyhow. This Queen of Swords, they overdid it. They did it too much. Them and their karmic friends, their little minions, flying monkeys, you all have different values, different beliefs. You don't get triggered by anything they've said or any gossip that they've said, anything that they've pretty much said about you. You haven't gotten triggered. You protect your energy. You protect your peace. Like it says right there, you're unbothered because you're having victory in life. You're literally happy with your life. Why would you listen to gossip? When you're really happy, why would you listen to people that might make you unhappy? When you're literally growing and following your dreams, why would you entertain garbage? There's no reason for it. So, yeah, no. Truth is that Queen of Swords is either they're in depression. They're just sour people. I don't know. I don't know where this person knows you from, but they keep looking you up and they keep seeing the divine in you, This person keeps looking you up online, trying to find out information about you, trying to see who you're talking to, what you're doing. This gossip energy's been around since yesterday or like last week, for real. This person can't let you go. They have to find something on you. They have to prove something. There's nothing to prove. There's nothing to show. There's literally nothing to show. There's nothing that this person can do to make you do what they want you to do. Like this person thinks that just because of your body shape, for some reason your body shape is here, that you're this or you're that, or your looks. Weird. And if this is a grown-ass adult, that's even fucking weirder. This person literally thinks that they're not going to get any bad karma because of their stupid behavior. And if they do, they will escape. They will escape. It's like they want you to be surviving. They just talk a lot of shit about you. They say you're poor, that you're a whore. You're with a lot of women or a lot of men. You're a player. You're unsatisfied and heartbroken. You're miserable. You're literally not. Like, you can, with this energy, I can literally see that you're not. You're not miserable. You're not unhappy. You're actually pretty great. This person wants to break your heart. Oh, see? This person wants to impersonate you. It's always the base. When somebody has this behavior, that's always the core of it. They want to be like you, act like you, dress like you, look like you, copy you. They just want to be you. They wish they could be you. And you'd be surprised that this has nothing to do with age. This is a mental issue. There are so many people out there these days with no identity, no self-love, no creativity. They literally don't think for themselves. They just want to copy the next and the next and the next and the next. When we can all do the same thing, yet do it a little bit different. Do it your own way. You just be yourself. But a lot of people don't. Like, they wish they were somebody else. They wish they had somebody else's body. They wish they had somebody else's partner. They wish they had somebody else's career. They wish they had somebody else's life. Like, not everybody, but a lot of people. And that's sad as fuck, boy. That's sad. It's 2026. You pretty much can do anything you want. You could literally be whomever you want. And you choose to be somebody else, or you want to pick up somebody else's life or their things. Like, that's sad. To me, that's sad. You can literally be your best self and go for anything you want. And people choose not to. This person is trapped in their own life. And like I said, this person is very, very, very slow. Okay. And they're just stuck. They're trapped in their lifestyle. This person is the one that's lustful. This person comes out as a fuckboy or fuck girl. Right? That lusting energy, that's him or her. All this person was doing is projecting that energy onto you. There's no such thing as a saint, but not everybody's rolling the same way. Not everybody does the same thing. And when usually people think that everybody is like them, that's just something they say to themselves to justify their behavior. And that's okay. If if this person wants to, like, give it up to everybody they meet, that's fine. Who gives a shit? That's their own body, That's their body. That's their choice. Can do whatever they want. But then they can't come around and talk shit about somebody, regardless whether you do it or not. Like, you can't be that hypocritical. But most people are. They talk shit about what they're doing themselves, or they've done worse, and they're still talking shit. And it's how embarrassing. How embarrassing, for real. This person just wants to start conflict with you so you can show your true colors. See, this is with the gossip. With the gossip. So you can show your true colors and get angry, get upset, just start barking and screaming. That's stupid behavior. It's pretty much very stupid behavior. You can't. When somebody makes you angry, that is not showing your true colors. If you piss me off, I'm going to react because of your action. That doesn't show my true colors. People literally want to say, I saw your true colors. Like, you're stupid. You're stupid. That's not how it goes. That's not how you show people's true colors. Anybody will anybody, and everybody has the right to defend themselves. If you talk shit, the other person has the right to talk shit back to you if they want to. If you touch somebody, they have the right to touch you back. But that's too much common sense for some humans to comprehend, So this person wants to bring us some conflict and for you to show your true colors, your true nature. Yet you still haven't. Because you don't care. You're giving your back to the conflict and to the gossip. I really hope this is like not a full-blown grown adults, but I believe it is. But that's sad. You're very balanced. You don't have stress. You're good. You work a lot. All right. You don't give a shit about your stalkers. You don't give a shit about who's watching you. To you, this is the same shit, different day. I don't really care. They do it so much, I don't care. Like, it's played out. All right. You're moving forward. These people or this person is stuck. All right. This person hasn't learned their lesson. Oh, but they will pretty soon. They will pretty soon, all right? You're not hooked on the drama. I don't really think you care about the drama, all right? And honestly, I think that if this person continues to do what it is that they're doing, pretty soon, this is going to become a legal issue for them. And you're probably going to take them to court, all right? Or they're going to do something where they're going to be taken to court. And they're going to be really pissed off by this, but you're going to hit a jackpot with this person. Says you're going to win some money. Unexpected money from a lawsuit or from a legal issue that this person will put themselves into. You know, defamation cases are very popular these days, and I'm glad they're making an example out of people these days that defame others. They talk so much shit about people. They throw so many names out there, and it's all lies. So I'm glad that now those type of cases, they're public, and they're literally like, you know, people are getting made an example out of, you know. You can really hurt somebody's career. You can really hurt somebody's life with defamation and lies. And if this person is doing this to you, you will have the opportunity to take them to court. And it will stress them out. They're going to be on their shadow side. They're going to be crying, angry, upset. I didn't mean to. It's not like that. Yeah. Who gives a shit? Just take the money and run. This person literally cursed themselves. When they start talking shit about you, they're going to start cursing themselves. Talking shit about you is putting a curse on themselves. Literally, anybody that gossips about others is putting a curse on themselves, on their own life. Gossip is like witchcraft. You're projecting negativity. You're projecting negative energy towards other people that probably don't deserve it. Gossip is not the same as if I tell my story and I say what whomever did to me, I'm literally telling my story. The person shouldn't be mad. But I can't talk about their own personal life of what they did to somebody else or what they're doing, because that has nothing to do with me or our relationship or what they did to me. I could only speak of others on what they did to me. I cannot talk about what they're doing in their life. But people don't know the difference between speaking the truth, our truth, or gossiping. Nobody's a saint. Nobody's a saint. But this person obviously thought they were a saint and that they thought they were going to get something out of this. They're not. They're not. They're literally going to be fake smiling on this crap while they're losing money in court. So be prepared. If you have to take somebody to court for defamation, then so let it be. As you should. Don't let these little people try to break you with their dumbass gossip. Take it to court. Screen record, screenshots. Don't delete anything. Never delete messages. Always keep the messages. They can always delete the messages, of course, but you can always have a screenshot and timestamps, and it'll show from what phone or what computer or what electronic it came from. I don't delete anything myself, just for safety purposes and for my business as well. I never delete anything. You know, sometimes some of my customers try to put that, timing for the messages to delete. I screen record that shit. You know, I gotta protect myself. People lie a lot. People lie a lot these days. You can't really trust anybody. To be honest, you can't trust anybody, especially when people are harassing you. You can't just ignore it. Don't attend to it. Don't tend to it. Don't pay attention to it as investing in it, but take screenshots and save whatever you gotta save. Just keep it archived, just keep your notes, make a folder, put everything in there. Keep all the digital, the digital footprint, keep it on there. Don't delete it. And then go to a lawyer. And then they're fucked. And then you get some money. And then you can invite me like a little Coke, a cold Coca-Cola, and an elote with everything on it. Extra everything. All right. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.